Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and you just finished my exercises. But the running is the last thing, and I'm done. Now I'm ready to begin my day. Wow. And anyway, what I want to give you an update on the ball. Oh, I dropped the ball. I did maybe 8 or 9 days, and then I've been forgetting the ball. But I'm doing something different. I'm working on something different. I mentioned I'm old. Now there's signs of aging. And one of the signs was balance, losing your balance. That's not a good thing. And I didn't know if I was sick or if I was getting old. And so then, and I don't care either way, I was just wanting to know what's going on. But and it's not always. It's in certain conditions, all of a sudden I'll be like that, no big deal. Just grab on to something, and that happens maybe once a week or maybe 2 weeks. Not on a steady pattern or nothing. I've been doing balance exercises, and I've taken up the cane, and I was going to make a video on it, but I'm going to wait till I'm more precise with the cane, and it's going to be different. I talked about the cane when I was in Guatemala, and there was staffs and canes and stuff like that. That was more towards martial arts type use of it. And then and when I was working with a tomahawk, and but this is different. And so now I got on YouTube, and everybody's showing you how to do the cane, and they're doing what I was doing as a martial art. That's what they're trying to teach us. It's not a reality for someone that uses a cane. In other words, something wrong with their mobility. They're going to be doing it different. And this is what I've been doing my homework and practicing and this type of stuff. At one time, I was going to get a fancy cane, a combat cane, and I'll talk about it more later on. But now I found out how to use the cane. I'm getting better and better on using the cane, not only as a mobility device, but self-defense. And it's definitely a self-defense tool. And it's a lot more dangerous. In other words, you can hurt people, if not kill. You have to know how to do it right. And the thing that's funny is it's easy to do it right. It's kind of like my martial arts. I travel the world. I get in fights all the time. I used to really get in some really sticky situations. And even me, it amazed me that I lived through a lot of this stuff. But I do basics. That's what everybody says. Well, what's the style of martial arts? No, that's a sport. I do it to stay alive. And what I do is basic moves. And don't fight the same person twice. So why not just use the same thing over and over again? And that's the same concept that I'm bringing into the cane. It's something that, and there's little things that I haven't figured out yet. One thing, carrying it in the car, and stuff like this. These are all things I'm going to have to learn and figure out. The thing is, in 2019, my last altercation was in Mexico City on the subway, and the reason they looked at me as, well, look, here's an old man, an old American guy. We go take advantage of him. And their numbers, there's like 6 of them. They thought that was enough, but that wasn't enough. But anyway, the thing was, my appearance, since I look like an old man, this is something that I realized since then, is, well, there's going to be people going to mess with me because they think I'm an old man. But just because you're old doesn't mean you can't defend yourself. Now, the part I normally carry, one, maybe 2 means of defense, and they are also used for offense. Poorly used for offense. But normally I protect everybody around me. Like Walmart shooting, you do something like that, I'm not going to go hide. I'm going to do what I do. And the subway, same thing. If something happens in the subway and it's not to me, I'm going to be getting involved. I help others. And but now, since I'm older and my mobility is affected, that's not a priority. The priority is taking care of myself. And not only taking care of myself as I travel around and do things, but I say one thing I noticed, it's getting harder to do some of the daily chores. My limitations make it a little harder. Things I gotta think about. And before I never thought about it, I just did it. And so these are things that I've had to make adjustments to. One reason why, going back to the ball, I went to the ball to regain my balance, work on the balance, muscle mass, try to do something different, get my muscles working better, because I don't like exercises. So hauling that ball around makes a difference. But really, I'm going through a change. Another thing, it's been now it's only, well, it's been in the 90s now. it might be 90, 80, upper 80s, 90s high. But one thing I figured out is I can't do 90, 100-degree weather. That's, I don't know how many heat strokes that I've had. And now I can't function when it gets that hot. So I've had to make adjustments on that. One of the things is I was planning on going to Mexico, and that is down there. That's my first heat stroke, was down there. And I don't think I can do it. It's a long drive, but I was planning on being in a car instead of a motorcycle, and I know I won't make it on a motorcycle. Like I say, that's how I had my first heat stroke. And Zena was with me, and I thought she died because of the heat. So this time it would be the car. But now I'm debating that. Well, I'm not debating. I'm not going to do it. And so I've got to make different plans. Now I got to figure out now, okay, so how am I going to work in the winter and summer? I know I'm not going to go back through this 100-degree summer again. So I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. All this got to be figured out during a change for our nation. And I mean, we got so many crazy people, and so many people can't think. You know, I can't even go to a doctor to try to figure out what's wrong with me. You know, doctors don't even doctor. They're taught to use chemicals. They don't know how to doctor. And so we are on our own. And the same thing, the government doesn't do what the government does. We are on our own. And how we're going to correct this, I don't know of any nice way. But like I say, we are on our own. Once you realize we are on our own, we will work with who we deem to deserve our working with. That's when it's going to change. You keep following the corrupt, stupid leadership, unqualified people. I mean, I just wonder, do you work in a job where your boss is unqualified? Can you imagine that more and more up the ladder you go, the more unqualified they get, because they're put in position for political reasons? You know, no, we got problems. But anyway, we need to take steps, and we need to figure out what we're going to do. And that's why I do the classes, gold and silver, the Hoi Chi, keep you healthy, and then 3-man militia. But anyway, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com.